So what's up guys and welcome to Ivar's Fly Workshop. Today we will be heading up to Veiðivötn again. This is the second part of the Veiðivötn log and we'll be filming the second day of the trip. So yeah, here we are. Ingi is putting on his gear and the waders and it's already 10 AM. Maybe we should have skipped some of the whiskey we had last night, but it's totally worth it. The weather has calmed down since the day before, and I asked Ingi where he wanted to start, and he wants to start in the Hraunvötn area, the same spot we ended yesterday because there were fish there. And yeah, this is not such a big deal for the car we have. There are some small rivers or streams which you have to cross when you get up to the Veiðivötn area, but no big deal if you have an SUV. So the wind started to blow a little bit again, but Gulli, my partner, Gulli from the law school, he has a fish on. He is fishing, as you see, with a spinner or a bait. He's not doing a fly fishing, and most of the group is not fly fishing except I, Ingi and Örn. And Gulli has his fish on already, and the wind is blowing a little bit again, and it is like the mantra up there: if you want to fish for the trout, you have to cast up into the wind, like against the wind. There are many people that say that, and it actually works in many conditions out there. But you can also catch a trout just in a calm weather. It depends if the fish is there or not, and sometimes the fish is biting and sometimes the fish is not biting at all. It's like an area which you can have like good catch, and then there are days where there is almost nothing happening. And that's fishing in general. It's not, you cannot count on anything there, even though you have like a great experience in the area. It's still, it will help, but it all depends on if the fish is there or not. The Veiðivötn area is situated, as I've mentioned in the earlier video, in the early video before this one, in the highlands of Iceland, in the central highlands of Iceland. So it is like it's like it's like 2.5–3 hour drive from Reykjavik up there, and you need like at least an SUV vehicle to get there. But it's a lot of fun to fish there, and it's like isolated, and the nature is great, and not many human prints in the environment. That's what I like about it. It's Gulli. That's a 3-pounder, good fish. So I had to, nature called me, so I had to get to the bathroom, and when I got back to the spot, my makker, Ingi, had already fish on. There were some other people that joined the spot as well, and our group left, but I left Ingi there, and when I got back he had the fish on already and had already landed another one. So I'm gonna have a look. And this is in Hraunvötn, it's in the Augað area. And yeah, Ingi is like, I would say, a tough fisherman. He never gives up, and he's very enthusiastic about fishing. Ingi has been my fishing partner ever since 2007, and everything he knows in fishing, like fly fishing and fly tying, that's something I taught him during the years, and now he's passing that knowledge on to his son, Ísar. It's a nice fish that Ingi has there, definitely. It's a good catch. And this is like the fish from the Hraunvötn. It's usually in absolutely great condition. It's fat, it's bulky, it's like a rugby ball shaped fish. And these lakes are stocked up. and I have to mention that because some people will probably be dissatisfied to see that people are killing the fish, but those fish in those lakes it's mostly stocked up, so if it wasn't stocked up there would not be any fish there at all. So it is okay to take some fish if you like. We do release some fish there too, so it just depends on you. So now it's my turn to try to catch some. It is already my turn, and we'll see how that goes. There has been fish like doing some rips on the water. It's been spotted some fish already. You have to cast like a rather heavy blackened ghost fly on it, and finally at last I had a strike on the fly. For the first seconds I thought it was like a good strike, but when hauling in the line, this thing does not count as a fish. That is kind of sums up the luck in my, in this trip. I didn't catch any. Well, I caught some, but not many. But we'll drive back to the hut to have like a late lunch and do our plans where we'll be heading to the next. It all depends on weather, what spot we are like picking, and Litla-Fossvatn, which is an absolutely beauty, is something that we are going to try. But before Litla-Fossvatn, we knew about part of our group was in Hermannsvík already, so we get our butt to Hermannsvík, and as you see, the weather it's really calm there, and we spot some fish, but it's not really biting. So we reunited like with our group there, like part of our group. They were not catching anything either. They were just using their bait system and that stuff, and they're just there chilling, enjoying the nature. And as you see, it's like totally calm. There's a lot of flies around, and it's preferably not the best weather for the trout, but sometimes it depends, This guy here, Bjarni F. Einarsson, he's an archaeologist. He has been doing, it's a very interesting character. He has been doing like studies and research in the east of Iceland, and he has been finding some stuff that is suggesting the settlement of Iceland had probably been earlier than it has been thought before. Bjarni works at the University of Iceland, and he has also like a company that is doing the digging and that stuff with him on the field research. And we are discussing what to do. It's not much to do if the fish isn't biting. It's just, you just sit down and enjoy the environment and the peaceful and tranquil environment up in the highlands. So what we have decided to do is to move on, to move on to the Litla-Fossvatn. Those two lakes, the Fossvatn lakes, are not stocked up. They have a natural stock of trout, so we'll head down there. And we'll go with Hannes and Gulli, his son. So 4 of us, we are going to try our luck there, but but we did not actually have much luck in Litla Fossvatn, but as you see, it's really, really pretty. This is my car, my SUV, it's doing fine. And then we'll just walk down to the lake. And we casted there for over an hour without any strike to the fly. So we tried a new spot actually in the end of Litlisjór, which is a huge lake. It's the largest lake in the cluster of the Veiðivatn. It's like 40 lakes, and we'll try our luck here just before dawn or sunset. And I caught just like a small trout there, and that was all. The fish was not really biting. And since Ingi caught his 2 trouts this morning, which he decided to keep, those are actually really, as you see, really good looking fish. In excellent condition. It's like fat and good fish if you want to take it for eating or smoke it or whatever you want to do with it. I personally don't take the fish, but unless somebody asks me for it, I'm more for the catch and release thing. Also because simply because I'm lazy, cutting the fish and that stuff. I did that for many years, and that that period of my life is done. So yeah, those fish are, it's like, they are between 3 and 4 pounds. So it's like a really good, it's a really good size of fish and excellent fish to fight with. And as I mentioned, this is those lakes are mostly stocked up, and do not blame us in the comments for killing the fish. They are stocked up there for the reason so you can keep the fish, and that's what you're paying for. It's not like that you're killing a wild fish. It's like a reservoir or something like that.
Er þú Litlasjó?
Nei, þetta eru Hraunvatn.
Já, Hraunvatn úr Auganu. Go.
Nú til.
Flott.
Sér fínt maður. Svo það bara.
Já, þessi dagur að kvöldi kominn.
So we'll, call it a day.
Við lítum hérna.
We'll just call it a day, head back to the cabins and have something to eat, enjoy the sunset. It's absolutely beautiful up there sometimes when you have the sunset in the north of this time of year. The sun sets almost in the north direction. When you have this rainbow behind, it's really, really spectacular how pretty it is. Some said that the sunsets up in Veiðivatn are just next level, and I totally agree with that. It's like, you see, mirroring on the window. It's just beautiful. And we'll just pack our gear and make it ready for the day after. We'll have something to eat, of course, on the barbecue. And like I said, we'll call this one a day, but there is another log coming up, which is the last 2 days of this fantastic trip with this fantastic group. We'll have a late dinner and some storytelling.
Þess vegna var það söngvarinn frægi sem var hérna lá áfengisdauða hérna uppi og mig þá lag það allt í það niður.
Þetta er þessi blöður
Það segir frá því hérna einum stað í bókinni.
Hvað syngur það? Hver er frægi söngur?
Bubbi Mortens. Hann er ekki nafnmyndur. Vantanlega, hver var að spyrja með þess á það?